I
I,
am
w-
also recording.
I won't mess it up this time. Ready? One, two, three. That should have done it.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's
I,
good
I
enough.
really I really don't know. Again, can't keep a beat, so we'll see.
So anyway, I came across something. What what is your dream type of car? Like
Um,
like
right,
not
cars.
brand, but like are you like a sports car guy?
Oh, no. I because I drive a big minivan for work at school. I'm very used to driving a big car and
Mhm.
just like having all the homies in the car, just hanging out, having enough space for everyone to fit comfortably. I'm kind of now a fan of a minivan.
Right. And that's fucking stupid, but whatever. I am like a an SUV sort of guy. But basically the point is like I feel like a lot of people their dream car is like a sports car.
Mhm.
And I was always like I'm not really into that. And you are seem to be the same, but I think I found a car. Like I always thought that yeah, sports cars are cool, but like whatever. But I found a car that I feel like is a car that nobody could say no to. Like it's a car that
What,
every person there's two types of people. Either they want this car or they're lying.
what kind of car is that?
And it's the McLaren 720S Spider.
Oh yeah, that car.
I don't know. I didn't know what it was until I looked it up, but look it up, look it up. Look it up.
Uh,
Look at
Live
on
right
Google
now.
Images. Yeah, live on Google
Damn it.
Images.
Right, this so everyone could see her. McLaren. What is it?
720S Spider. The thing fucks so hard.
I really want this to be like a picture of a hamburger.
No.
That's a cool car. It looks blue. I
It's so fucking sick.
eh. I'm still a fan of my minivans.
You are
Can
the
you can
worst
you
person.
and 10-ish of the boys just bull out in that kind of car? I don't think so. Comfortably?
You think I have 10 friends?
It's a reasonable assumption, even for a meme.
I wish I had 10 people that would ride with me in a car.
Oh no, they don't ride with I kidnap them off the street. It's
I don't need it. I have my children in my basement, and I
and, but
don't.
don't worry, it's a consensual kidnapping.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
It's a
like my I'll see my friends around campus, they just got out of class and like I'm driving the minivan. I'm just like, "Hey, dude, get in the car." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Free candy." And they're like, "Oh, sick." And then they jump in.
so this is who asked.
This
It's the
is the
most
most
inconsequential. What? No,
because
no,
no. Because I usually say this is who asked, then you say the inconsequential thing, but that's only because I always start it. So if you start it, then I just have to continue it. Right? Wouldn't that make sense?
Fine. This is who asked.
The most inconsequential show on the internet. See, was that so hard?
Yes,
I'm Alex.
I did enjoy that, and I'm Aaron. Tell the audience what we do here.
Oh, we have an audience and they don't know what we do here. That's kind of weird. But
Who fucking
I'll
who knows what we actually fucking do here?
actually though, we give our opinions on random stuff, life stuff, would you rather stuff, random stuff, and despite our opinion not mattering, despite no one asking, we give it anyway.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
And we have a couple nice things lined up for today.
Oh yes, we have a very special episode.
Yes, we do. I think we haven't actually decided what we're gonna do first, so I'm gonna decide
Oh no,
right
we
now
didn't.
without Alex's consent. So, I came across this idea from TikTok, and I'm not ashamed to say that I took it from TikTok. It happens,
Oh.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
But basically, we both decided to rank our respective top three states based on our willingness to name our children after their state capitals. So we both have top threes, and then we also have a collective bottom three.
Yes,
Um,
and we are going to be discussing why or why not we would be naming our children after these state capitals.
Yep, this is the top tier content. right
This
here.
is what people pay for. This is what they're here for.
Yes.
This is for which they are here. You can't add a sentence in a preposition. I definitely did it wrong still.
Fuck you for no one cares. No one cares about that. People add
I
sentences to
bet
propositions all the time.
I bet some people care, but you know, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, the same people that care about your Latin word breakdowns.
Yes, me. I do. I care.
Literally, you are the only person. Anyway, what's your number 3?
Oh, we're sorry. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Number 3. Coming at number 3, we have Santa Fe.
No way.
Yeah.
Santa Fe?
Dude, think about it. Hold on, think about it. My top number 3 name for a kid, if I had to name them after a state capital, Santa Fe. You know why? Because this kid is gonna be strutting into school, and all the kids are like, it's gonna be December time. Oh, what did you ask for Santa? What did you ask Santa for Christmas? What did you ask Santa for Christmas? And then my boy Santa is gonna be just strolling in, just like, hey, maybe you might get the thing you want, maybe you might not. He's gonna be a riot come December time.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This
That is
this
the worst reasoning I may have ever.
I'll
fucking
admit it's weak. I liked my others a lot more, and this was the one I was struggling with.
Santa
but it
fucking
felt
Fe.
right in my heart. It felt right in my heart. Also, we wanted to ignore the ones that like actually sound like names, like Jackson and things like that.
Yeah, like obviously Jackson's a real name that people have, so that's no fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Santa.
Santa Fe.
Nickname Santa.
Pretty upset by that one. I can't
Why?
lie.
Voice your
Oof.
opinion.
It's just so not a good name. No kid will want to be named Santa Fe. And then when they ask their parents, "Hey, why the fuck did you name me this?" They're like, "Oh, because it's funny around Christmas."
All right, so there's this really dumb podcast, right? These two idiots that have no idea what they're talking about, and I base it off of that.
Imagine naming your child for a bit.
Right, and my other top 3 are definitely not also naming a child off out of a bit, but we can just move on. Aaron? What's your top 3? Number 3.
Okay, so my number 3, geographically near New Mexico. I would go with Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, that's fun.
Phoenix. Now that's a fucking sick name.
Yeah, so sick of a name that's actually my number 1. I told you we needed to talk about this beforehand. You're
No,
like,
this is
let's
better.
wait.
No,
let's
I
wait
like
and
it
just
like this.
Just run into an extreme complication in the middle of the podcast.
No, I like it like this.
Yeah.
Fucking sick name, right?
That's a sick name, bro. Phoenix? My god.
It's like a tad bit on like the sci-fi nerdy side, but just it's still sick.
Who would know about the sci-fi nerdy side? Definitely not me. Definitely not me. That's a sick name. 100%. Phoenix? My god, yes.
Badass. Holy shit.
Absolutely.
Who
Jesus.
can debate that?
Phoenix is definitely the kid that's like in 7th grade, but he's already got like the leather jacket and shades. He's like in a biker gang. He just looks super cool.
I imagine Phoenix says, you know the video of the kid that's like, "Don't fuck with me. I got the power of God and anime on my side."
We're thinking of 2 completely different caricatures for our boy Phoenix. I'm picturing like a cool, slick, suave guy. Even so much so that you can see it in his 7th gradeness. But no, you instead bring up an old Vine.
No. But the point is, he actually does have the power of God and anime on his side.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, and so he's fucking like an actual living legend.
That's pretty sick. I don't watch anime, but I'd watch that anime. The leather jacket biker gang 7th grader that has the power of God and anime, and he just rides off into the sunset. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I also watch anime, and I would conclusively say that I would also not watch that anime.
I don't watch anime. I just said that.
I know, and I'm saying I also don't watch anime. How did you get mixed
This
up?
is great.
Anyway, what's your number 2?
What's my number 2? Coming in at number 2.
There's a lot of sound going around. Is people moving around your house?
Yeah, my brother. He just went into his room now. So we're
All
we're
right.
chilling. My number 2, St. Paul, Minnesota.
No, St. Paul.
Absolutely, bro. He commands respect. Saint Paul, absolutely. And if he doesn't like the saint part, he could just be Paul. He could just be SP. You know, he could do whatever he wants. He has a lot of leeway with his name. He has a lot of leeway with his name. He could do whatever he wants. But like the come on.
Named SP.
I didn't say be name SP. I was just saying it's an option. Don't come at me like this. I'm feeling so attacked. Oh my god.
I can't stop laughing.
I can't. Saint Paul. I don't know. Saint Paul just sounds cool. It's just like, I don't know. There's some sort of authority with the surname Saint.
It's true. I will say there was a kid at my school whose name was Saint, and like getting
That's sick.
introduced to, yeah, like, and it was kind of like a weird situation where I didn't want to ask him directly what his name was because I felt like I should have known it. So I asked someone else. I was like, "Hey, what's this kid's name?" They're like, "Saint." I'm like, wait, excuse me? His name is what? Saint.
Yeah, that's a
That's
sick
hard.
name. I was
That
expecting
rules.
I was expecting in your story to turn to someone else, but what's this kid's name? But it was actually Saint, and you just turned to Saint to ask him what his name was.
No, it was like a situation where Saint was the one kid that, like, the one kid that I didn't know.
Oh, all right.
But that does rule. Like,
Why then you thought that was a cool name and you spent a full 30 seconds laughing at me?
Saint is a cool name. Saint Paul.
Then he could just go by Saint. I told you it was a flexible name.
Oh, I don't know. I like thought about it for a split second and I was like, just the Paul. The Paul kills it for me.
Are you
I
not a
just
Paul
couldn't.
guy?
Not a Paul guy.
I hate to see it. All right, what's yours? I don't want to talk about mine anymore.
Oh my god. So fucking funny. I love it though. Number 2 for me is Raleigh,
What state is that?
North Carolina, dude.
Interesting.
Raleigh. It
Why?
sounds like a nice girl's name.
Meh,
Raleigh. Raleigh.
meh.
Raleigh. Raleigh.
Rally.
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
That was a really lovely sound.
Yeah, it was weird that you made that sound because no one watches the video. You have no proof that was me.
Fuck you. I know the truth. I know who made that sound. It was you.
It seems like an name.
It just seems like a nice name. I feel like it's a pretty name for a girl.
Maybe.
And it's very normal pick of me. But what can I say?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. What can you say about this? Like, what's
It's
what's
a
the
respectable choice.
What's the draw?
I feel like the draw.
No,
I don't
no.
know. I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's just something about the EIGH that just feels good. I don't know. I just like the EIGH. Like,
You're
you know,
big
Haley. There's like sometimes you get some GH in that name.
You're just a GH kind of guy.
I think I am a GH kind of guy.
So you're not a Paul guy, but you are a GH kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm glad we've established this.
This is groundbreaking.
Fuck
I don't know what to do with this information.
I have a friend named
Bro.
Paul. I love you, but
He
I
doesn't.
wouldn't name
He
my kid
doesn't.
Paul.
He literally just said F Paul.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Well, we
You
can't
won't
talk
listen to
about
this, it
my
doesn't
number
matter.
one. Hey, don't you say that. We can't talk about my number one because it's Phoenix, and that was sick, and we already established that it's super cool. So what's your number one?
Juno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I must have read these states really fast because Juno's sick.
Yeah, Juno's a sick name, isn't it?
Yeah, what's
Alaska.
Damn. Okay, Alaska.
Yeah.
Okay, Alaska. Yeah.
Even like that explanation, like, oh, where'd you get the name Juno from? This is capital Alaska. Ooh, okay.
Just-
Okay, look at you.
Yeah. Roman goddess. That's pretty sick. I'm behind that.
It rolls off the tongue. It sounds cool. It's got 2 consonants and 4 vowels. Are you kidding me? That is a godlike ratio.
Yeah, definitely.
EAU. I could realistically actually name my child Juno. And it starts with Jew.
Okay. I realized.
Jew. Yeah.
I realized after you said how it was spelled, I'm like, that's not how you spell the Roman goddess's name. And then I looked at it, and it's not. This Alaska's Juno is spelled Juneau, and that is pretty sick. It's not the Roman goddess, but still, that's pretty cool. That's a lot. That's a lot of vowels, though.
I know. It's popping the fuck off.
Almost too many, in my opinion.
Listen, if I could add another vowel into my name, if I could get a 4-to-2 ratio, right now I'm at 3-to-2 ratio. That's pretty solid, but like...
Your name, Aaron, has 2 A's right at the front.
It's pretty fucking badass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty proud of that.
You're proud of that? Like, that was something you accomplished?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, I would say. Your name starts with A. That's pretty good.
Only one, like a normal person.
1 A is better than 0 A's.
Aaron. Yeah, definitely. A gang.
Aaron was simultaneously the worst thing and the best thing that ever happened to me.
Why?
Because on one hand, people were always like, "Hey, Aaron." I was like, "Hey, people recognize me now for once." But then also was like, "Stop calling me that stupid fucking name." Oh my god, please.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about this one teacher that we both had. You remember we were talking about Mr. Gaudio? He would call me Aaron regularly.
Oh, ouch. I really loved that teacher, but man, if he did that more than twice, I would have hated that.
Yeah, it was pretty tough to swallow. The first time it's like, that's the video, and then 10 times in you're like, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep again.
Jumping up and down. My name's not Aaron.
Say it normally.
Say it.
Say my name.
It's Aaron.
Yeah, just like that.
Anyway.
That was good out of context. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Let's move to the bottom 3.
Bottom 3. Oh, yes. This is one we collaborated on together because it was better this way.
And this way we know it's absolute. If 2 people agree on it, it has to be absolutely factual.
It has to be true. Yeah, it has to be holy, actually.
Yes. Like we said before, this list is exhaustive.
Exhaustive, professionally done, approved by God.
It's true.
Morally correct, factual. Yeah.
Absolutely. That being said, you want to hit us with the first one?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't rank it. We just put a list, and I'm just going to say what the third one is. Topeka.
Blech.
Meh.
Listen, just feel the way your mouth feels when you say Topeka. Just a bad feeling.
I can just imagine little Topeka just sitting in like her astronomy class or something like that. Just there's a substitute teacher in today, like, oh god, they're gonna mess up my name again. Here we go. And like they already hate their name so much, and they're just trying to hide. And then the substitute teacher comes in, just like Topeka. Is there a Topeka in here? Oh. And they're just like, that's me. It's actually a Topeka. Actually, you know what? Forget it. It's Topeka now. Because at least it's not Topeka.
Actually, I'm dropping out of school. This is too much for me to handle.
Sorry, Kansas.
It literally seems like someone had alphabet soup and randomly picked 3 consonants and 3 vowels and scrambled them together.
Like that alphabet soup was consumed and then thrown up, and then it's just like, oh, these letters survived. And then Topeka.
It just doesn't sound good.
It don't do good.
Like, my mouth feels sad when I say it. Also,
my mouth feels sad.
Also, like, fucking Kansas. Like, not the most exciting state, unfortunately.
Whoa, man. You're going to offend all of our Kansas listeners.
Listen, when you have a city that's named after your state and it's not even in your fucking state, like, come on. That's pretty fucking lame. Motherfucking Kansas City, Missouri. How come nobody talks about that? What the fuck is that? Who does that?
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh my god, I'm heated.
That's why it's our number 3. I can tell.
Fucking heated.
I feel like we need to move on before you like.
Jesus. All right, yeah, okay, let's move on.
Coming at number 2 is something that you're gonna decide.
Little Rock.
Little Rock. Yeah, that's a no-go for me, dog.
Putting the word little.
Absolutely not. Yeah, this is mostly about the little thing and not about the Rock thing because, The Rock.
Yeah,
The
Dwayne
Rock is a
Johnson.
person yeah, he's cool. That's a pretty cool stage name. But Little Rock? Come on. Come on.
Literally
son.
asking for your child to be bullied.
Actually though,
Genuinely asking.
the day that I consciously put the term little before my kid's name in any capacity is the day I bad
That child's a beta. Off the bat.
off the
Also,
beta bat.
can't go near paper.
This is true as well.
They lose every time.
Because paper covers rock, especially Little Rock. You're done. You're done. So
absolutely no chance.
not a
And
chance.
by the
in
way,
world.
if anyone's wondering, yes, this is the best bit we've ever done. Okay,
This is true.
by far,
100%.
paper beats rock. Okay, we didn't make those rules.
God did.
Yeah, that was designed by the man upstairs.
Yeah. Plus, Little Rock is in Arkansas.
America,
almost as bad as
explain,
Kansas.
I do not understand.
It's
Why
almost as bad as
Kansas, but
Topeka,
not
Kansas.
Arkansas?
Who said why Arkansas? Why is that even a thing?
Yeah, who the fuck?
I would have been completely fine with Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds weird to say now, but that's because we're used to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like, if it's Arkansas, put a W there. It's not that hard.
Actually, let's put another S at the end rather than a W.
Oh, so now it's Arkansas? It honestly doesn't even matter, I guess, what you put at the end of it now, because it's always going to be Arkansas.
Yeah.
So might as well just smack, like, fucking 25 letters at the fucking end. It's still Arkansas.
Just say
Why
Little
the fuck
Rock
not?
again. Just say Little Rock again. It's not like it matters. There's no rules anymore.
Yeah,
It's
for real.
Arkansas.
Who's counting?
Not Arkansas, apparently.
I guess according to us, it's Arkansas. So we're starting a movement.
Yeah.
And the last
All right.
one, you can hit us with the last one. I feel like this is an interesting take.
This is definitely an interesting take, but apparently one you agree with. Trenton, New Jersey. Now let's start it off the way that I was looking at it.
Yeah, walk me through this, please.
So I was looking through the states that the capitals that I liked first to try to get my top 3, and I was like, oh, Trenton, that's actually pretty cool. You can like shorten it to Trent, but like it's not great that it's not already Trent, but it's whatever because Trent's a cool name. And then I kept reading, I was like, oh, damn it, New Jersey again? Why would you do this to me? Classic New Jersey to just take something I already like the name Trent, and just ruin it by adding a little something onto it. Why would you do this to me, New Jersey? That's my take, and that's why it's number 1. I hate it the most. New Jersey gave me a minor inconvenience, and I put it at dead last.
So I feel like this is really rooted in your hatred for New Jersey.
It's not that I hate New Jersey. It's just, I had nothing. I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing.
I hate New Jersey.
I
fucking
have
hate
New Jersey friends. Oh, thank God. Okay, wait. No, I'm kidding. I have New Jersey friends. A good amount of my New Jersey friends can hang.
That's like, it's true. I have like some of my best friends are from New Jersey, but it's like
Oh, definitely.
top 3 things that any New Yorker hates. New Jersey's always in there.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, this is
It's
true.
just a shitty state. Smells bad. There's nothing interesting to do. People are weird. Drivers are bad.
And your
Armpit
New
of
Jersey friends
America.
come to you to hang out. So it's like, come on, Trenton. You're really
Where's
letting
their-
me down over here.
Where's there to go in New Jersey? Newark? Jersey
Newark.
City? The fuck? The Garden State? How is it the fucking Garden State? Explain.
Dude, all the gardens. Have you not been to Trenton? Not Trent. Could have been Trent.
I don't even
You could have
know
been
where
at the
that
top
is.
of our list, New Jersey. You could have been at the top of our list, but you ruined it. You selfish bitch.
For real. What is Trent on, huh?
What was so important that you had to specify that Trent was on something, and then so yet unimportant that you just didn't include what Trent was on? You know?
It's a real shame. It's a real shame.
Yeah, which is why it comes in at dead last.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck you, New Jersey.
Yeah. You could have been cool, but you weren't.
You should honestly, New Jersey should just, I can't speak English, but it should secede from the United States.
Oh
We
boy.
should vote New Jersey out of the United States.
Against their own will.
No, no, let's not. Let's not do that. I actually love a lot of people in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It just sucks that they live there. All right, let's move
Yeah.
on to our next topic.
Let's what should we do? What should we do?
Just pick whatever you want. I'd say we do the psych thing. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
good
sure.
middle topic always.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true, that's true. I guess we're gonna move into our little psych thing. And that is going to be we're gonna be talking about divided attention. It's a little bit kind of like what we were talking about last week with the cocktail party thing, but we don't care, so we're just gonna continue anyway.
Yeah.
Again, this is our podcast. We do what we want. And the very specific thing we're going to be talking about is like, you know those times. Basically, your brain is bad at multitasking. You can't multitask well, no matter how well you think you can. You can't.
Human stupid. We know do two things.
Yeah, that's it. That was an impression of a human. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I nailed it. I've seen a few of those.
Humans or impressions
few.
of humans?
Humans.
Can you give me one more good impression of a human, just for clarity's sake?
Yeah. Here's a good impression of a dumb human. Me think New Jersey is good state.
We can't just keep riffing on New Jersey. It's not good enough to keep going.
I can't think of one good reason to stop, so.
That's actually not bad. All right, fine. Your brain is bad at multitasking. An example of this, in terms of divided attention, is that when you are looking for, like, say you're going to like a house, you're like meeting a friend at a house, they give you an address, and you're driving somewhere, you're in an unfamiliar road or something like that, and you think you're on the right street, and you're looking for like the house number or like the apartment number or something like that, and you're really focusing, like, I have never been here and I'm looking for like a very specific detail. Usually if you've ever done this, you like tell your friends to be quiet in the car, or you turn down the music because you can't see the apartment. You're like, oh, I think I passed it, but like I'm having trouble seeing. Let me turn down the music because the music is affecting how I see things. It actually is affecting how you see things. Your brain can, as complex and amazing and crazy as the brain is, in terms of like actual tasks that the brain can do it really well, but one at a time, kind of, in a sense. As in, like, listening to music or listening to other things is like a task. The brain is taking in auditory stimulus and like all this stuff. It's listening to things and processing it and thinking about it. But you're also like looking for this address, and your brain is looking at these things and processing this information and doing all these things. If you're trying to focus on this visual information, the hearing stuff is just too distracting because the brain needs to do one thing at a time. And sometimes your brain just like, both of these things are coming at the same time. This sucks. I'm just going to throw up my hands, and you're not going to find this address, and this music isn't going to sound good. Or sometimes, this will happen most of the time, is that you will just physically, like, I can't do this. I have to focus on this. So you physically turn down the music, or you tune out the other people in order to focus on this one thing, because you're just not good at divided attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
if you're trying to focus on one thing, stop doing another thing.
So basically, your brain is a simp.
Elaborate.
No, I just wanted to say that. I don't know.
Nothing. You had nothing. You were waiting.
I love calling things. I just think the word simp is so fucking funny to use.
Sure.
But,
all right.
it's interesting.
Let's
to
go down
think,
this road. No. Let's.
All right. Where are we going? Where are we going?
I don't know. You're taking me down this road. Why do you think the word simp is funny? And what made you think of that while I was talking about this?
I was like, what funny thing can I say that's short and sweet right after this? I was like, oh, simp. Simp is funny.
Your brain is simping for one attention thing to focus on, and so it blocks out all the other ones. Is that what you got for me?
Precisely. There you go.
Wow. Man, the brain is such a simp for that address that you're looking for.
Such a fucking simp.
Honestly.
My God.
It's disgusting.
But it's interesting how it breaks down to, like, when you think about it, this applies to a lot of situations. Like, I'm sure everyone's had the sort of situation where you're reading and you start thinking about something, and then you realize you've been like reading, quote unquote, but you don't actually remember any of the words. that
Oh
you
yeah, definitely.
scanned. And that's
Yeah.
because your brain literally can't focus on thinking about what you're thinking about and absorbing the information on the page at the same time. The brain can't do both of those things at once.
Yeah, it can. I remember this from some of the classes. It can try to focus on two things at once. It's just not going to be able to do it well. I remember seeing something about a study in one of my classes of people who think that they can like hold a conversation and drive at the same time, like doing those things well. I mean, like we do that kind of thing all the time, but it's just proven that your brain's just not very good at that. And in this study, they basically had someone drive, and the researcher asked them questions while they were driving, like math problems or like how was your day today and things like that.
And
And
they crashed and they fucking died. And if that's not good enough evidence, then you're a piece of shit.
yeah, click it or ticket. That's the message. That's the message we're trying to get right now.
Click it or ticket is the message. This somehow became about seatbelts.
Yeah, no,
Anyway, so
they
what
would,
actually happened in the study?
they messed up like basic math, and they messed up on the driving courses and things like that. They would like be hitting the cones, and they didn't think that they hit the cones, or like they thought that their math problems were right, and they just weren't, because we're just not the best at doing that kind of stuff.
That's why they say that talking on the phone while driving is most definitely distracted driving. Like some people think that like talking on the phone is totally fine to do while driving, but it may not be as bad as texting, but it definitely is still distracted driving.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous. Like I obviously, like I've talked on the phone while driving before. You get a phone call, but I always prefer not to. I usually try to end that call as fast as possible and just answer when I'm back home, because though I can drive and do that, I just rather not, because I can feel myself not be as in tune with the road as I usually am.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's bad, weird, crazy bad.
Yeah. Any phone call in the car is like purely functional, like for information that needs to be passed along, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Have you ever like had someone try and get in the car while they were on the phone with you, and they're like, "No, it's fine. Like I'll put you." You're like, no, fucking hang up the phone.
Wait, say that again. They get in the car.
You're on the phone with someone, and
Yeah.
they get in the car in the middle of the phone call,
Oh.
and they insist on staying on the phone call.
Oh, I mean, not that I can think of, but at that point, I'd just be like, we can just call whenever you get to where you're going. Like, if it's like a catching up phone call like that, that's fine. As that's fine. As in, if it's a catching up phone call, wait till like get to wherever. If it's not, and it's like, oh, when do you want to do this? It's just like, just bang out the information right now. We don't need to be on the phone while you're driving.
Yeah, I feel like it's unavoidable phone calls while driving, but it definitely is good to be cognizant of the fact that you are taking your attention off the road, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah, because your brain can, as to round it back to divided attention, essentially your brain deems one or two things that you're doing as the important thing, and it'll tune out everything else. So if it thinks that driving is important, then you're going to be kind of not on the phone call very well. If it thinks the phone call is important, then your driving is not going to be great.
Precisely. There was one thing when we thought of this topic. There's one thing that I thought of, which was like, sorry, what if there was a dude who could genuinely only focus on one thing at a time, and not in the fact that it's like, oh, like they can't do this because they're doing something else, but like if they are focused on something, they cannot be pulled away from it in any way until they decide to.
Well, I mean, is this to the point of like they can't breathe and like open their eyes at the same time, or it's like,
No, that's stupid.
or it's like
God
they can't
damn
have
it, no.
or they can't like have a conversation and like chew gum at the same time, kind of thing.
Like I'm saying, like if the dude's reading a book, there's nothing that can stop him from reading that fucking book until he decides he wants to stop reading.
It's the man who couldn't care less. He's returned with a
Just in different
vengeance.
form. But it's like you walk up to a dude, you're like, hey, how's it going? Nothing. You cannot get his attention at all until he's like, okay, I'm done reading.
Oh.
It's literally impossible. He can't. He can only sense one thing. Imagine how fucking OP that would be. You'd be the best
How
studier
OP?
of all time.
Really? I guess that would make sense.
Literally can't get distracted.
No, Your Honor, I don't think you understand. I couldn't have been speeding.
I was so
Then,
focused.
then what were you doing? What were you so focused on?
Well, see, there was a big titty girlfriend on the sidewalk.
There was just a naked woman on the side of the highway, and I was like, oh my god. And so obviously, I went limp because I can't drive and look at someone at the same time, being aroused and driving, you can't do that at the same time. So obviously I ragdolled in the car, and that's, Your Honor, that's why I hit that building.
Well, that explains the boner upon arrival at the hospital.
Yeah, officer, you only wrote that this person had a boner, not anything about the crime scene. Why would you do this?
Yeah, sorry, I could only, once I saw the boner, that was the only thing that I could focus on.
It's an infection. The officer is infected too.
It was a dope boner.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's save that. I think a solid save on that one. Cheers to us.
Hashtag dope boners, get it trending. Get it trending. That's the
Hashtag,
name of our fans.
we haven't even talked about that. And,
What's
and
up,
we've
all you
arrived at
dope boners? It's welcome back.
Dope boner. You wouldn't.
Oh, I could. I so could. Oh, so fucking funny. Anyway, should we?
Yeah, I feel pretty good wrapping it up right there.
Okay, let's move on then.
All right. And
Would you rather?
Yeah, we have a Would You Rather, and this is actually the most anticipated part of the episode, at least for us, because we get to introduce a submission.
A real
Not
one.
only a real one. The one before from the second episode was my brother. Still a submission, but this was our first email submission from a friend of ours.
Yeah, an actual random email.
It was awesome. Hate mail and everything. It was great.
Yeah. Now, were we expecting this?
Yes,
Absolutely not.
You weren't expecting hate.
No, I wasn't expecting an email.
Actually, you're right. I wasn't expecting an email either. Yet here we are, and we got an email. We're really happy about it. So,
Absolutely.
Allie, thank you. You're the best. And if
you.
anyone else wants to send us an email for us to dox them on the internet, our email is Aaron.
whoaskedcast@gmail.com.
It's actually usually the only plug I do. I can't believe I forgot it for a second.
That's pretty shocking. I'll say it again. whoaskedcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, you can send us any submission or hate mail, anything. Apparently, we already get it.
Yeah.
It's not actually hate, but it's funny. It's all good.
We're open to
And,
more hate.
Yeah, and not only are there some suggestions in there, but there was an actual submission for Would You Rather that we're going to use because it's great.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's stop babbling about this shit and let's actually get into it.
Yeah, ready. Would you rather? Allie says, would you rather have your own theme song when you walk into a room, or have a laugh track every time you did something funny or said something funny?
Now, it's a good concept. I like it.
Yeah.
Really good, thought to ponder. I think I would go with the entry music.
Now, why would you say that?
Okay, so there's a couple of steps we have to go through here. First step of clarification. Who constitutes what's funny and what's not?
That was what I wanted to ask, but you seem really sure about yourself, so I wanted to go down this hole. But if we're here, I think some outside source declares what's funny. Some omnipotent maybe not God, but some artificial, not you source dictates like, that was funny. Zeus. No, Trenton dictates that what's funny.
Fucking Trenton.
Yeah, Trenton. So some outside force dictates like, that was funny. That gets a laugh track. Or or like, I think they entered this room. They get a theme song now.
So basically, the laugh track one won't change my life at all. I don't say anything funny ever.
Oh, it's a good thing.
Especially if it's not determined by me. I say things that I think is funny that nobody else fucking cares about at all.
Well, thank God you host a comedy podcast.
Is that what this is?
No. Oh God, what was the right answer?
Oh fuck. Wrap it up.
Uh,
Wrap it up. But like I don't know. I feel like laugh tracks just kind of suck. Whereas I feel like when I think of the music, it's like I think of wrestling. It's like, oh shit, is that Randy Orton's music? Bum 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 bum. You just
but then you can't sneak up on anyone. You can't like if you're ever trying to do something
how many
stealthily,
situations do I actually want to sneak up on someone?
or if you're trying to do anything stealthily, just like, and what constitutes entering a room? If I leave my room but enter like the hallway, is that considered a room? Is the song gonna play over and over and over again? I would be sick of that song.
That's why you gotta pick a good song. Do you get to pick the song?
You don't get to pick the song.
It's fucking Cotton Eye Joe.
It's a song that you just like don't entirely care about, but now that you have to hear it over and over again, you now hate it so much.
So I chose to become deaf, and here's why.
And so other people get to hear this, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no point. I just think it's so funny. It's like people are just sitting in a study room. They're like, "Oh shit, it's Aaron's music." Bum 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 bum. You just walk into the room. What's up, guys?
Or say it's like the Cotton Eye Joe or something like that. You can mess with people. Actually, you can like you pass your hand in a doorway, in and out, but they don't know you're there. It's just Cotton Eye. And the people are in there are just like, this is it. I'm in hell. I died.
No, the people in there are like, "Where did he come from? Where did he go?"
Wow, stale. My joke was already pretty bad, but Jesus Christ.
that was transcendent comedy, is what I like to call that. My God.
And on the topic of that laugh track, let's explore this option a little bit.
Okay, yeah, let's explore it.
I find it extremely hilarious that some outside force would dictate what would be funny. Maybe it like pulls the room and it like magically like figures out like who found this funny, and if like a higher percentage of people found it funny, then it'll play the laugh track.
Like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, ask the audience.
Oh my God,
And
yes.
it pulls up like an actual poll next to you that's just like you say a joke and it pulls up the poll. 3% of people thought that was funny. You dumb fuck.
Oh my God. And I can just imagine that poll like that. The first time I read this submission, I was thinking about like, oh man, what could we do with this? And I was just like, you come up to you're giving the obituary and just Uncle Tony was a good guy, he he was always out and about. That guy knew everything about fish.
Oh no.
Huge
no.
laugh track. A poll comes up. 99% of the room found it funny, but no one laughed. Just my favorite part about this is like the inappropriate times that the laugh track would come on.
I think, yeah, that's so good. Yeah. Man. But like that's funny thinking about it, but if you're the person creating that situation, that fucking sucks. So much.
Well, apparently it wouldn't, because the other people apparently found it funny.
Okay, but it's still wildly inappropriate.
That's true.
I think my plus is that you would be inadvertently conditioning people to like pause after you speak to see if there's a laugh track. So every time you talk, there's like 5 to 10 seconds of silence before someone else says something, because they want to make sure there's no laugh track.
That's the most stressful 5 to 10 seconds of your entire life. Every single time that happens. Imagine you're a professional like stand-up comic or something like that. You have to do that.
Man,
that being a stand-up comedian is already really
you
really,
deserve it.
a
If
lot
you
of
have
pressure.
that like ability with the laugh track and you decide to become a stand-up comedian, that's your fault. You fucking did that.
That's true. Yeah.
I would go with the music.
I would go with the laugh track because I feel like there's some sort of irony in some of those laughs that would actually make it funny.
I think you're right. I just think it would be tough, like being the person that is the butt of that.
Oh, definitely. But like if everyone else is laughing at it, that's probably pretty funny. Like,
Damn, that's so selfless.
like telling a dry joke at a at a funeral and just everyone just going crazy.
Or you tell a fucking really, really terrible joke, but you still get the laugh track. Just because, like, I don't know, fuck me. I don't know.
You tell like a really racy joke and too many people thought it was funny, but didn't express it.
Damn, you can find out who the real racists. Well, you can't find out who the real racists are, but you can find out.
You just know that they're in this room.
You're like, I want to know what percentage of people are racist.
Oh, wait. All right, one more question. What's the range on this music and this laugh track? Who can hear it?
The entire world.
No one can sleep. No one can
fucking
sleep because I'm
world.
telling really funny jokes on the other side of the world. I'm like practicing it. I'm like practicing in my mirror. It's like, yeah, this one's a dinger. This one's gonna kill. And then there's like people in China trying to sleep and they just can't because there's this Friends-esque laugh track going over and over and over again because it's so
creates
funny.
Sonic blasts. That shit shifts tectonic plates.
The only work in the entire world that can be done is when I'm sleeping. Because I can't be funny while I'm sleeping. I can't tell a funny joke while I'm sleeping. But what about the music? Is the music translated for other people?
Oh my god.
If it's worldwide?
The confusion when people in China hear Cotton Eye Joe and they don't understand it at all.
Then they can't even do the dance. How would they know?
They don't even know where it came from or where it went.
Or I almost said where it came from.
I mean, that's the next line, to be fair.
That's why I thought it, but like I should have known because it's a repeat. That's what the song is.
Also, for the longest time, I thought it was. I didn't know the words, so I thought it was Cotton Eye Joe.
No,
That's
it's
what it
Cotton
sounds
Eye.
like. I know it. I know now. Thanks.
Stupid.
I was fucking what, 10, 17.
Yesterday when I was 10.
I thought that when I wore SpongeBob underwear. Okay, so like 3 months ago.
I want you to stand up and take off your pants and show me that you're not wearing SpongeBob underwear, and I want to see it right now.
On God. No, absolutely not.
All right, well, I guess I would choose the laugh track thing, and only if everyone on Earth can hear it.
And I'm gonna choose the music for sure.
And what would your song be? Would it be Cotton Eye Joe?
Oh, you get to pick.
Yeah, we'll see. You get to pick.
No, I think I'm gonna pick Gangnam Style.
Wow, how considerate of you for our Korean fans.
How fucking terrible would that be? Oh my god, single-handedly bring back Gangnam Style.
Is Gangnam Style Korean? I think
Yes,
that would.
it's South Korean. It's South Korean.
Okay, yeah.
You're safe there.
I think that would single-handedly destroy it. If everyone has to hear it over and over again across the
I think
globe.
that would destroy my relationship with anybody anywhere. I think I would end up.
Do they
by
know it's
myself. I mean, I think eventually you figure out the correlation.
Or unless you live by yourself. If you live by yourself and you just no one can figure it out. Everyone is just this is just a global catastrophe and it's all your fault.
Damn, how to ruin the world with one song from South
Anyway,
Korea.
if I'm funny, then everyone will love it and no one will be sad. No one will be upset that they
if
hear
you're
a
not
laugh track
funny,
over and over.
then the world is the same as it was before.
Hey. Wait a minute. That was a dig at me.
No. It's just a conditional. Like if you're not funny, then there's no bad. Right?
Yeah, man, totally.
I'm confused.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm hilarious.
No, you're Alex.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, you can see where my level of comedy stands.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
that was a very fun submission. And again, please, if anyone wants to, that email again, whoaskedcast@gmail.com. That was a great submission, and honestly, if anyone submits, even if it's not even that great, we're probably gonna use it anyway.
We're happy to hear from anyone. We want to know what you guys are thinking about. And with that being said, I think we'll just put in all of our other plugs. YouTube, Who Asked, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at whoaskedcast, our website whoaskedpodcast.podbean.com. I believe that's all of our plugs. I made a guest appearance on another podcast, a friends of mine at the Chalky Milk Game podcast, Chalky Milk Gang. I will link that in the description of the YouTube channel. If you haven't heard of them, you should go give them a look because they're great guys. I love what they have going on there. I think that's all the plugs I have. Do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to say about the audience?
I was thinking I always end it on something dumb. Aaron, why don't you end it on something dumb this time?
Okay.
That was great, actually. Just the sound of your voice, perfect. Done. That was dumb. That was perfect. I think
the
we can
water
end it
is
right
making
there.
the frogs gay.
No, we had a good bit. You made it bad. This is a bad bit now.
All of our bits are bad. Who fucking
That's true.
cares?
That's true. See you guys.
All right, see ya.